Daniel, you're in the twilight of your career, potentially even ahead of the last fight. I think you're in a unique position where you're an analyst, you can technically break down fights, and you're still a world champion. If you had three things to tell a younger fighter to get to the levels you've got, what three advices would you give?
Three things. First, find a great team. Find a team where you mesh well with everyone. Coaches, the athletes. Everyone is working hard towards a common goal. That's one. Two, don't rush. I started this thing at a time when Luke and Kane were on their way up, and we still had Thompson, Fitch, Koscheck, Swick, all those guys. And those guys were all at the top of the sport, and all I wanted was to be a champion. So I may have rushed through the journey at times. Take your time. Appreciate the journey. Slow down. Really slow down and take in every moment, because at a point, you're not going to have the opportunities to get better. Like the good and the bad, right? Like when you don't know stuff and you feel awkward, it's okay. It's all part of the journey. So slow down. And lastly, just be true to yourself. Before you make the money, before the fame, figure out who you are at your core and stay true to that. Because a lot of times, man, you get into this thing and people are such sweet people, and they make money and they become famous and they change. And the money allows you to be everything that you aspire to be. Try to figure out who that person is before all that, so that you can stay true to it whenever all of it happens.
I asked something similar to Rashad Evans, and he said, don't try to fight with the UFC because that's a battle you can't win. How accurate is that?
That's bad, yeah. And it's easier to just get along. It's not that hard to actually just get along with the UFC, I promise you.
You're talking about savoring the moments. You're actually one of the last people here at this media day. Is that exactly what you're doing?
Yeah, I didn't even intend to be the last one here. I was doing some other stuff behind the scenes first. But, you just kind of take it all in. It's all part of the gig, There's going to be a time when people don't want to talk to you, right? And you'll remember these times when people don't want a picture and people don't want an autograph. It's not that hard to take your time and be nice to people.
You said this is either the last or second to last. If this is it, what are you most proud of that you've accomplished in your great career?
That I've won a lot and I've done everything the right way. I've tried to represent my family the way that you're supposed to represent your family. I know that my mother's proud of me because there's no bad in what I've done. I know that when my children get old enough to Google their father, they will find no bad on me. It will be done the right way, and the majority of the pictures they will see of their dad in fighting will be with his hand raised, and that's enough for me.
Looking at another sport, athletes like Kobe Bryant and like Derek Jeter have regretted announcing that they're going to retire soon because they keep getting that question asked.
Yeah.
Do you regret announcing that that's probably it's the end's coming up?
It does make it a little bit more. You get the question more, but it is what it is, man. It's reality. I feel like I've been pretty transparent over the course of my career, and I don't know why I would start to change it now.
Talking of reoccurring questions, Stipe Miocic is obviously coming up on Saturday. He keeps saying that he's just not buying this. Like, he doesn't get why you're bringing up feelings. He obviously made mention that you cried in the octagon that one time. Do you think he's just pretending that he's not hurt and secretly he is? Or where do you think he's coming from with all this?
I don't know. He seems pissed off, but I mean, whatever. But they always look pissed off. I went to stare at somebody and said, "What did you see?" I go, "See a guy that wants to punch me in the face." Like, right? Like, mad, not mad. What was he gonna do on Saturday? Punch me in the face. So on Saturday, he's gonna punch me in the face, mad or not mad. So it doesn't really matter what he's feeling. We're gonna fight.
Obviously, you can't get through a day, it seems like, without Jon Jones popping into your life, and I think he probably has the same issue. If you guys do fight for a third time, and it is at 205, how long is it going to take you to get back down there?
It would take some time. I would have to readjust a lot of things to get back to 205, and it would take me a while. Probably not till the end of the year or something, 6 months or something.
Like that December card, I think people are probably looking at that like, well, that's when Jon will return. Maybe you could do that, but is that enough time for you to get back down there?
It would. Yeah, I can cut some weight. It sucks, but I'm really good at cutting weight. So I could do it, but it would really, really suck. But again, I'd have to make that decision.
How was your experience yesterday throwing the first pitch at the Angels game?
Oh, it was so awesome. I was so nervous because they rushed me out, right? And I'm in the locker room, which is crazy because all the players, they know fighters. It's crazy. Mike Trout walks up and he looks like the heavyweight champion of the world, not me. Trout's so big.
I spoke with Albert Pujols. Recently, he has altercade during one of the games. He's willing to exchange some tips throwing the ball against some wrestling tips for you.
Yeah, Albert Pujols is the last guy I saw before I ran on the field. And Pujols is all, just lob it. Don't short hop it. He goes, Daniel, don't try and throw it hard. And so the whole time I'm just freaking out, and then I just threw it and it made it to the plate. I did my job. It seems so far though. Like when I got there, I was like, this is really, really far. I'm just standing on the mound like, holy cow.
Seems like you did it better than Stipe.
I did?
That's what they hear.
Stipe played college baseball or something. I definitely didn't throw it better than him.
Hey Daniel, sorry. Hey Daniel, in this position of limelight, it inflates a lot of people's egos. You obviously know how to turn it on when it comes to trash talking, entertainment, but you've managed to stay really modest during all of this. What is that rooted in?
I think, like I said earlier, like when I was younger, I had to deal with so many things. And when I left the Olympics after the second time, there wasn't much left of Daniel Cormier. You're a guy that captained the Olympic team, you don't get to step on the mat. Like, it broke me down, and it should have. And so when I got the second opportunity to start fighting, I understood who I was because I was broken. I was like a broken man when I started fighting. And I was like, man, if this thing works out for me, I want to appreciate these opportunities. I took for granted the Olympics. I took for granted being the #1 guy in the U.S. I want to make sure that I don't take this for granted. I always work hard, and I always stay true to the lessons that I learned as a young kid wrestling, and I think that's why, and, I'm from a place where all you have is just try to be nice. Even when we went to on the media tour when I was going to fight Ryan Bader, and everybody was so damn nice to him in Louisiana. I'm like, hey, guys, he's fighting me. I was like, just don't cheer for this dude. It made him feel great, but I think that's kind of what we do. We just try to be nice to people.
Daniel, going back to the weight one last time, and the only reason I ask this is because it might be your last fight, so it could be the last opportunity. That time with Rumble, did you push down on that towel?
What? Was there a towel?
The weight, I believe I saw a towel in the video.
I was naked behind the towel, and my mind was fuzzy. So I don't really remember.
Before your fight,
I didn't even know there was a towel.
Right. I only heard it. I never saw it myself.
Yeah, sometimes, did you see a towel?
I thought I did.
Are you sure? That's the question. You see, sometimes you got to understand your eyes can tell you things are there that aren't.
We'll just.
There have been many times where I thought I saw something. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, maybe that wasn't a towel. Right?
You're probably right.
If it wasn't a towel, what was it?
White flash. Just a white flash. I was that quick. I was on the scale, off the scale, that quick.
before your fight against Vulcan, you compared yourself. I spoke with you. You compared yourself to Hakeem Olajuwon and the Rockets, and Jon Jones was Michael Jordan, the Bulls. He went away for 2 years, and then you took over, and then you're gonna have to fight him again. Do you still compare yourself to that team, or because now you have your own championship belt?
I think, yeah. All the comparisons I made prior are the same. Nothing's changed. You know, I've been Evander Holyfield for a long time, and I'm proud of it. Now I'm just a heavyweight champion of the world, just like Evander.
Are you keeping the beard for Saturday?
No, I'm gonna take the shit off. It makes me look older. Look at all these grays. I didn't even realize I had so many freaking grays. My wife's like, I like it. And I'm like, sorry, babe, shit's gone.
Daniel, your coach Javier Mendez has been posting a lot on Instagram from the gym between the conversations that you have with Khabib. Can you explain like the dynamics that you have with Khabib?
Yeah, Habib's awesome. Man, he's a great guy. Like, when he first came to AKA, he didn't speak English, right? So we all started trying to teach him. But as with anyone, you teach him like the bad shit first, right? And it backfired because all he does is talk trash now. Like, we started with Habib learning trash talk, and that's all he does now. 85% of the conversation with Habib is him just talking trash.
Do you know any Russian bad words? Did he teach you some?
They did. No, Manap did. Manap taught me a couple bad words, but I can't remember it right now. It's like, you guys put me on the spot. What is that word that they were called? Oh my God. It was one word that they were saying, and it was driving me insane. I don't even know if it's a bad word, but it was driving me insane.
Do you remember it? Or?
I don't remember the freaking word. I'm going to text him and ask him.
Who did pay for lunch that one time?
Crazy thing is, back in 2012, I would have paid for his lunch because he wouldn't have had any money. But again, this is Khabib being Khabib, and he's like, I think he's messing with me. If I'm being honest, I think he's messing with me.
Do you think he still has the same hunger when you see him at the gym?
Absolutely. Hey, man, nothing has changed in this kid. This dude, put him at AKA, put him at American Top Team, Mark Henry's, Colorado Elevation, send him to SBG. Regardless of the room you stick him in, he will outwork anybody. Nothing's changed. Like, nothing has changed.
No crossover between MMA and boxing and vice versa. Have you thought about like maybe join Kane in a lucha libre match?
I would do a lucha libre match with Kane. Yeah, I don't know if I could pull all that cool stuff that he did, but I would definitely try. Might break my neck. Yeah, I'd wear a mask for sure.
Daniel. Last question, guys. Danny, last question.
You once told a great story about flying to Australia with Bob and having to have like a crash landing almost at
Yeah.
the very end to go fight a title fight out there. How surreal is it looking back at your career, having to go across the world, barely surviving an emergency
Yeah.
landing, and then now you're here defending the title?
It's insane. It's insane to think about the career and the journey. It's been madness, you know, for me to have started back in 2010, taking fights on 8 days' notice, flying to Australia for $7,000 to go fight. It was, I never could have imagined I would be here today. It's, I've been very lucky to have the right people in my life too, like Bob and Dwayne Zinkin, Javier, and my team, all my trainers and coaches, my wife. It's been madness.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thanks, guys.